smash the like button, and subscribe.
I am 28.
Do you support Trump?
Yeah.
Okay. In the election, if it were held today, Harris versus Trump, who would you rather vote for?
Trump.
Okay. And what's your birth year?
97.
And are you driving?
No.
Okay. Alrighty. Why do you support Trump? Wait, how old did you say you were again?
28.
Okay. Alrighty. Why do you support Trump?
Are you enjoying those no tax on tips?
It's a deduction for no tax on tips, only up to a certain level of income, and a deduction just reduces your taxable income. It doesn't get rid of taxable income in relation to tips. Secondly, in terms of tips, it was also supported by Democrats, so not unique to Trump's administration.
Why did they do it?
Scarlett, thank you for the whale diving. Thank you. Because it relies on Congress passing it in order to be able to get it through.
Oh, so Trump can do it, but the other party couldn't do it.
No, Congress passed it under Trump's administration, but did not pass it under the Biden administration.
Exactly.
Okay, but that doesn't mean that it's only because of Trump. Both sides advocated for it. And also, like, that's like claiming everything Trump advocated for a second term, he should have just done in his first term.
No, it's claiming that the Democrats couldn't do it, but Trump could.
Not really.
Yeah, what? How? Not really. Come on now.
Well, because this is a second administration for Trump. Harris only had a vice presidency. Harris didn't even have a presidency, let alone a second term.
Okay, who cares? I mean, a owner of a business hires people to do their work for them, or people to help them run their business, right? If they do a job or don't give them good ideas to help the business, what should they do? Probably get rid of them. Not make excuses. Oh, they weren't the owner of the business.
I don't know what the point was trying to be there. In terms of what the Biden-Harris administration did, they passed historic levels of legislation. It just happens to be the case that no tax on tips wasn't included within that. Now, given that it's something that they do support, given it's something they would advocate for, what would mean that you would support Trump over Harris based upon this one single fact?
But can you just acknowledge that Trump did it and they didn't?
Yeah, I mean, it was something Trump signed into law. I mean, I like that aspect of the bill, but the overall big, beautiful bill sucks ass. It cuts 420,000 children on average every single month off of free school lunch and breakfast. It cuts
I got $200 extra this year for having a child than compared to the past years.
Yeah, I'm not disputing you there, but Kamala Harris...
they're getting a Trump account.
Kamala Harris would have expanded the child tax credit to $6,000 for the first...
Coulda, shoulda, woulda. It doesn't matter. We're talking about real life scenarios, not...
Hey, thank you so much, Galaxy.
She could have done this. She had 4 years there. She could have fought for it.
She did. So you understand, again, you're like making this term, like you're making this claim that like, oh, if she was going to do something, she should have done everything that she wanted to do within her first term. Couldn't you say the same thing with Trump? So you don't consider anything that he was saying for running for president of the United States because he could have just done it in his first term?
Well, didn't he say someone walked up to him in a restaurant, a server, and said no tax on tips?
Can you like answer that question?
Maybe he didn't have that idea.
Okay, so he didn't have that idea. Okay, so you could say the same thing about Harris.
Yeah, but Trump did it.
So, like, it's something that she advocated. You understand that if we're talking about which candidate we're thinking would be better, it's whether or not one candidate would be in office or the other one would be in office and what their effect would be on the country, right? And if you can't categorize their effect on the country, how are you going to make this analysis?
But do what?
If you can't categorize their effect on the country, how are you going to make this analysis?
I don't know Kamala's effect on the country. She has never been president before.
Kamala. Okay, so then why are you saying that she should have just done everything when she was vice president? She's never been president before. She can't do everything she wants.
Well, the word everything never came out of my mouth, first off. Second
that would be included within what you were referencing.
What I'm referencing is that Trump did it and they did not. So that's all I'm saying. It's facts.
How many more times do you want to repeat that?
How many more times do you want to repeat the thing you're saying?
Well, I'm saying it in response to the thing you're saying. So I'm done repeating it at this point. Would you like to actually like respond to what I've said instead of just like repeating the same thing?
I don't understand what you want me to respond to.
What did I just say?
Well, we just went back and forth about what I've been saying and what you've been saying. So
And what did I say?
You asked me a question.
What did I say?
I'm not sure. You said a lot of things so far.
Okay. I don't think we're even having a conversation here that is even productive at all. If you want to tell me a reason why you support Trump and go through it, other than just coming up on my live and saying, no tax on tips, he did it, Democrats didn't, even though both sides support it, I don't know what to tell you at this point. It sounds like you're unwilling to engage in a broader conversation about their effect on the nation.
Well, I feel like Trump is setting up a good future for America, and the whole thing with Iran, them not having nuclear weapons, being able to just blow us off the face of the earth one day.
Okay, so they don't have nuclear weapons. They, according to U.S. intelligence, weren't building it up since the original strike about a year ago, according to the Director of National Intelligence, Tulsi Gabbard, who quite literally testified in front of Congress on behalf of the intelligence community and said again they haven't been building up since around last year in terms of their enrichment of uranium. So we were not under an imminent nuclear threat. And they actually built up their enrichment of uranium because Trump pulled out of the JCPOA originally, which limited their level of enrichment of uranium to around 3.7%.
They did have it though.
They did have what?
They were enriching uranium.
Yeah, since the original strike that the Trump administration made around a year. Since the original strike that Trump made, since the original strike that the Trump administration made around a year ago, apparently they had not been building up their enrichment of uranium, according to the director of national intelligence.
You think that they tell us everything?
No, but this is them testifying in front of Congress, so they have to tell the truth here. They have to respond. And
so why do you think he did it then? Just because? Just wanted to? He had no good reason.
I mean, I think that he's distracting away from the Epstein files. I think that he's trying to enrich himself and his rich buddies.
He is bombing another country to distract the Epstein files. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, and make himself and his rich friends money, yeah. And manipulate the markets.
He already has money. He doesn't need to do that to get money.
I mean, then why is he doubled his net worth from the position? So why is he doubled his net worth from the position of presidency? Why did he drop a meme coin and rug pull it? If he doesn't give a shit about the money, he's not trying to make money at all. Why is he dropping a meme coin? Explain that one, buddy.
I said he didn't do that stuff to make money.
What do you talk? He didn't drop a meme coin and rug pull it because he wanted to make money.
Dropping a meme coin and bombing another country is two totally completely different things.
Well, you understand? I understand, but I'm giving
general
reasons for why this is the case. It's not a reason in of
itself. Why are you trying to compare the two then?
It's not a reason in of itself. It's a reason in conjunction with others.
You just said he bombed Iran so he could make more money, and you compared it to him.
So he can manipulate the markets, make money for him and his rich buddies. He can distract away from the Epstein files. Yeah, and because Israel wanted him to. I mean, they were literally in the Situation Room. And Trump was so belligerent that he got kicked out of the Situation Room and he was screaming. That was reported on recently. The Trump family is enriching themselves off of these situations. Jared Kushner's going into the Gulf areas and literally trying to, sell things and, sell his business. By the way, after he's literally already sold the largest refinery to Saudi Arabia. So, I mean, he's literally using this for business ventures, but then you guys made this big deal about Hunter Biden. Compare the level that the Trump administration, the Trump family have got, and it's not even close to anything that they could associate with Hunter Biden. It's actually embarrassing.
I still can't wrap my head around the fact that you think he's doing all of it to make money.
I mean, why is that so confusing?
And then comparing it to a meme coin.
Yeah, I mean, he literally dropped a meme coin to rug pull it. That tells you that he wants to make money off of people, and he doesn't care about how he disenfranchises people in order to be able to make that money. And he's using the position of presidency in order to do that. I mean, half of his net worth is Truth Social, and that's literally because of the fact that he's president that it has any market share in the first place. If Trump was never president, no one at all would be using Truth Social. It wouldn't even be a platform.
He'd still be a billionaire.
So you understand that he's using the position of presidency to become even more of a billionaire. You understand the difference between 1 and 2 billion, right?
I don't
he's
think
gained multiple billions from the presidency.
A lot of people have gained income over presidency.
Yeah, but
just how
as the president, name one other president in U.S. history that's made billions off the presidency. Name one. Can I have one example of a president in U.S. history to make billions off the presidency? No, because it's never happened before. Literally, it has never happened before. And that's what you're advocating for. You're advocating for a corrupt billionaire to get into the position of power, to help out his rich buddies, and you're confused that he'd be manipulating the markets and literally trying to increase his net worth from the position of presidency by using his presidency to drop a meme coin and rug pull it? He's a con artist. We all know it.
You really cannot believe that he's bombing another country to just make billions of dollars.
Yeah, he's making billions of dollars. He's getting his rich friends to make a bunch of money. The oil, for example, when they go to war with Iran,
but it's not the reason.
Let me explain. So when they close, it's very beneficial to oil companies. Let me explain this. So when the Strait of Hormuz was shut off, most of that oil is not going directly to the U.S. Okay, it's affecting the global markets that cause global markets prices to go up, which then allow for oil companies in the U.S. to sell their oil all around the world for higher prices, higher profits, make more money for the same amount of oil, right? So it benefits them, even though it leads to an increase in the cost of consumer products in relation to oil, right? Because of the fact that there is because of the fact that in terms of oil, if the supply is reduced, available to U.S. consumers, the price will go up, given the same level of demand.
None of this matters if we're nuked in 5 to 10 years. You do realize that money doesn't matter.
No evidence that we were going to be nuked in 5 to 10 years.
and there's no evidence
What,
that
what type of
was
response
there.
was that to what I just said?
All the nonsense you're saying, it's like your obsession with this stuff is crazy, dude. Like you cannot really sit here and believe he's just doing this to make money. He might be making money,
Hey,
yes.
wait,
because
wait,
of it
wait.
all,
That's
but
not what I said.
his main
Wait, sir,
priority.
that's not what I said.
It is what you said.
I never said it was just to make money. Like,
That's what you're
why
insinuating.
do you acknowledge that that was a reason
What else have
in
you mentioned why he did it
conjunction
then?
and not
Why
a
else had-
sole
Do
independent
you
reason?
realize only thing you mentioned was him making money? That's the only thing you mentioned.
That is not the only thing I mentioned. Did I not mention him distracting away from the Epstein files? Did I not mention
Okay.
him doing it on
Two
behalf of the state of Israel?
No, you said Israel wanted him to. That doesn't mean he's doing it because they wanted him to.
I said he
You
did
want
it
me to
because
jump
Israel
off a
wanted him
bridge? I wouldn't
to.
jump
So
off
that's
a
doing
bridge.
it for the state of Israel, right?
No.
If he did it because
Because they
Israel
want him
wanted
to.
them to.
Parker, if I want you to go do something and you wanted to do it already, or you have a good reason to do it, you're going to do it. Not because I wanted you to.
I don't think he has good independent reasons.
So he doesn't do things off
What
his
are Trump's good
own
reasons?
self-interest, right? He does
What-
it off Israel's now.
Answer the question.
Which
What is
one is
the-
it? Which one is it?
I think that that's obviously going to consider multiple things. He has an interest to fight on behalf of the state of Israel. That's his ideological beliefs. That's his views and what he decides to follow. He decides to take them into consideration as people specifically that are giving him accurate information after historically they've been horrible at being able to identify things to be true in relation to threats abroad. They've said, oh, we engage in this particular war. It's going to lead to a complete revitalization of the region, right? They keep claiming that every single time. They claim weapons of mass destruction. They claim they're 2 weeks from a nuclear weapon. Netanyahu himself has been claiming this for like 30 years. He's been claiming Iran's 2 weeks away for literally like 30 years. It's fucking ridiculous.
Okay, let me ask you a question. Who do you want to win the war?
Who do I want to win the war?
Yeah.
I don't think anyone's going to win this war. And I don't want the U.S. to win the war in the sense of
You don't
that
want U.S. to... Dude, you're ridiculous.
Let me explain. I would like the Iranian people, the civilians, to win. I would like for them to have a better structure and system, but I realize that the U.S. military intervention doesn't yield that. So the U.S. technically winning isn't a benefit for the Iranian civilians. It's not a benefit for the American people as well. The U.S. winning, right, within this notion, because it's the Trump administration, literally means fulfilling the objectives of the Trump administration, right? Because the Trump administration is in office. I don't think that's a complicated... They just left, by the way. I don't think it's a complicated thing. So I don't think that I would want to wish for the U.S. winning a war of aggression that, inevitably speaking, isn't going to yield any benefit for the American people or the Iranian civilians. Because win has to be in relation to a certain objective. So it has to be the objective set out by the Trump administration, because they're the ones controlling the U.S. right now. Like, the U.S. win doesn't just mean IRGC gone, right? That's not what U.S. win means. Like, that's just like